What I'm going to be doing today is going over the top 10 remarks in my collection. This video may be blasphemy for a lot of people. For me, I do love the added layer of the artist doing a small little art piece on a cover that I thoroughly enjoy. And sometimes that's the excitement of it all, is how's it going to look once you send it in? What has the artist decided to do to this cover to add that remark? So let's get into my top 10. Starting at number 10, we have a Sara Pichelli, Miles Morales remark. This is Ultimate Fallout 4, so the first appearance of Miles Morales. This book could have been a lot higher in my ranking, except that Mark Bagley did a remark, and you could see it here. I asked him to do a remark of Miles Morales, so it would have been great to have two Miles Morales on here. And instead, he drew Carnage or Venom, one of those. This was a CGC 9.8 blue label. I purchased it specifically for the Mark Bagley signing, sent it in, got this back, and was totally unimpressed, very disappointed. Left this in my comic bin, and it did not go up on my wall. Then when I seen Sara Pichelli was going to be doing a remark, a private session with CGC, I said, hey, here it comes, redemption time. And she totally redeemed the book. Number 9 on my list, we have a Mark Bagley remark, and it is obviously a Spider-Man remark. This book here was in my personal collection, bought this off the shelf in 1996, and has been in my bins since then. When I saw Bagley was going to be doing a signing event, I just went through essentially all my run of Spider-Man, and I came across this. I thought, wow, this would be a great piece. It's almost like a blank cover. I do love this cover, but having the red Spidey on here, Bagley nailed it. And number 8 on my list, another book that was in my personal collection since I was a kid. This book here, purchased off the shelf in December 1992. And as you can see, this is Superman, the Man of Steel, with a Doomsday remark. A Doomsday remark by John Bogdanove. Love the yellow on yellow too, so that looks really good. And just the way he did the Doomsday remark just looks spectacular in my opinion. Number 7. We have a Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, Venom by Donny Cates, Null by Ryan Stegman. And this is Venom number 3. I did purchase this CGC 9.8 blue label slabbed and sent it in specifically for their signing event. Before I send in books to be remarked, I like to do a little bit of research on what previous remarks are out there, search what the artist has done. And I seen a lot of drawings by Donny Cates, and I thought, okay, the only thing he could draw is this nice little Venom, which is exactly what he did. Perfect. This is where we start getting into the books where people are really going to have a lot of heat. Jim Lee Wolverine remark. I know this is an iconic picture, but I could get that iconic picture anytime I want. I did buy this as a CGC 9.8 slabbed. I did not have this in my collection growing up. Sent it in specifically for the Jim Lee signing. Got the Wolverine remark. And I love it. I love it. I love how this is Wolverine without the mask, and then we have an image of him with the mask here. And how it just sort of flows. Jim did a great job with this. I didn't know where he was going to put it. I thought maybe he was just going to put it up here or maybe on the side. But here it just flows. You see the shoulder going with the thigh very nicely. The chin, the neck going in. It's just, I feel this is a perfect job. This is a perfect way. It couldn't be any better. Art Adams Gambit remark. This is, of course, a debated topic. I'm not going to get into that, of what the first appearance of Gambit is. But this Art Adams piece turned out so much more better than I had expected. Once again, when you send something in for a remark, especially on a busy cover like this, you really never know what's going to happen. How's it going to look? Is the remark just going to be hidden within the cover? Is it going to ruin the cover? Is it going to be a complete waste of money? This, I feel, Art Adams nailed it. Number 4 in my collection, another Jim Lee piece. And this is Jim Lee with Wolverine once again. And this is on Wolverine number 24. Just like I had with the other Wolverine, this is without a shirt, without a mask. And I love how up here, it's the masked Wolverine. I had no idea how this was going to look. I did expect Jim to draw something up here, or maybe down here, who knows. I did purchase this book here as a 9.8 blue label, sent it in slabbed for the signing, and he did an amazing job with that. Here is where the most hate is going to arrive. It is a classic book, it is a classic cover, it is a classic artist. I bought this book in a CGC 9.2. It was in an old case, so I had hoped that when I send it in for the signing, it was going to be bumped up because I got pressing on this. This is a Joker Remarque by Neal Adams on the classic cover, Batman 251. Lots of hate for this. The remark doesn't take away too much from the actual cover. So depending on how you look at it, you just see the cover here, and then when you really get into it, you see, oh yeah, there's the remark right there. You really get to see Joker. And that's when it's more noticeable and you get to see more of that rather than focus on the cover. But from here, like, beautiful. This is Rorschach number 11. An Art Adams remark of Art Adams. I had to do it. When this book came out in the stores, I immediately snagged it. I was following Art on Instagram, and I saw that he was going to be putting out this book. I had to get it. There's Art Adams missing right there. There's Art Adams right here, dead. And I was like, man, I got to get Art to do a picture of himself. And he nailed it. He nailed it. And the fact that he put Boo out there. Picture of himself over Rorschach saying Boo. This by far is just one of the coolest pieces I have in my collection. You can't get better than that. Hopefully no one watches this and steals this idea, because I really do hope that this remains a one of one. I just love it. Great piece in my collection. Number 1 in my collection, a book that was in my collection that I purchased off the shelf in 1991, like many of you did. Jim Lee Remarque of Magneto on X-Men number 1. When I sent this book in to be signed and remarked by Jim Lee, I actually window bagged this bottom part right here. It's nerve-wracking to send books in for remarks because remarks are so expensive and you really don't know what you're going to get. But when something comes back like this, it makes it totally worth it. The excitement just hits all-time levels and you just want to do more. As soon as I got this book back, I went to CGC's website and was like, who's doing remarks? I got to send some in. 30 years in my collection. Who would have ever thought or dreamed that I would have Jim Lee draw Magneto on this book from when I was a kid? So a lot of this stuff has sentimental value, not so much monetary value. I have a ton more expensive books that I could show, but these were my top 10 favorites. Just placement, the look of them, the sentimental value. Thank you so much for joining me today.